that way, if we have to fix errors in them, it's easy for us to do without you having to reinstall software. So download the contents. Even on a slow connection, it should not take very long, simply because the files are not that large that you're downloading. So give it just a couple minutes, okay, and you will be forwarded in 5 seconds, or you can click below. All right, so there we go. There is your page. And what we'll do is we'll cover the basics here, we'll edit the content and simply edit the content. You'll notice that the product name and all that, you simply enter in your text. And you don't want to enter in long strings of text. This is a squeeze page, and it's short, to the point, and get the person's email address and send them the product that you promised. Basically, that's it. So what you do is you fill in the areas here. Keep on going, and we'll cover here a little bit more in depth. Okay, the image header obviously is, if you put an image in the header here, and you will, of course, you should, you can actually make it where it's not full color, or, it's actually see-through a little bit. It gets a little lighter. And if you play around with this, you will see how that works, all right? And, all you got to do is go through it and set it the way you want it here. And when you get to the end here in just a second, you'll see that you can view it. If it's not what you like, do it again. Okay, same thing here. We can put an overlay color over an image. And in this case, we have chosen this greenish color right here. And the content background is where your text is here. And you can make it a different color, or actually a little bit darker, so your text shows up very good. What we'll do is we'll make it, I'm going to move the slider up here a little bit, make it darker, and you'll see what I'm talking about there. And there's your header text color, your footer text, and your paragraph text. I mean, that's just basically picking the colors for that, all right? And footer background. You want to make sure that your footer background is a dark color if your paragraph text is a light color. I mean, it's just that simple. Okay, and here we are. Here is your opt-in form code provided by your autoresponder company. The text below is just self-explanatory, not much to it. All right, now you can put an extra footer script, and people use this for tracking visitors and such. We update it. You'll notice that this got darker. Okay, let me just go back real quick and give you an idea. See the green color here, the darker color here. Let's just go back one more time. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll change this to a totally different color. Let's go with a blue. There you go. Your content background. Let's just go with like a red, so you'll be able to see what I'm talking about here. And that's good. Let's just change it, update. You'll notice you have a change. Now, I'm not a fan of those colors, but this is for an example to give you an idea of what it will do. And that's a pretty good example of it. Matter of fact, that might be attention getting. All right, so this is your footer background, is black, and there's your footer text. Okay, and so now let's go to the header image. Self-explanatory. You browse for an image, you upload it, and it appears in the background here. I'm not going to go through that. It's pretty self-explanatory there. You do want to choose a fairly large image, like minimum 1200 pixels width, because it will be covering the background. Sometimes I choose 12, sometimes I choose a 1900 width, but you want to keep it as small as possible. Not everyone has blazing fast internet. You would think they do, but some don't. All right, and that's really about it. I mean, there's nothing more to this. And when you get ready to download it, you simply download it to your hard drive. It'll be in a zip format. And if you use like hosting service with cPanel, you can actually upload the zip and extract it that way. Or you can extract it on your hard drive and upload it to FTP, however you normally do that. Okay, and that covers using one of the QikSqueeze. And as far as the actual video squeeze pages, so you have to download setup files. Let me do that. Stand by. Okay, I paused it. I know you don't want to sit and watch me download a file. So here we go. And this will be the video squeeze. It is the same thing. I mean, there's no difference in using this one except for you have a video field. I mean, there's no difference. You'll see the buttons are even the same. So let's not, I'm not going to waste your time covering that. And we will cover, let's see, we'll go ahead and do the counter squeeze in the next video. In this video, we'll talk about the real counter squeeze. It needs a little extra covering. Let's go ahead and just start. And of course, if it's the first time you've used the software, you'll be prompted to download the files. In this case, already done. Okay, I want to note here, it's very important to know because the question keeps arising. In the software, when the counter reaches 0, the forward to URL does not function. Once you complete it, zip it, download it, and get it on your web server, it works correctly. Again, it does not work in the software. It'll count down to 0 and just stay there. Okay, with that said, move on here. First thing we want to do is edit page content. It's real simple. It's just like if you watch the first video in the series, it's the same thing, basically, okay? And this one you do have the option of, this is kind of experimental. Don't even know that it's going to stay there, but right now it is. So you could, if you wanted to, make this a bold text, italic or underlined it. All right, and now also, if you want to, you can add a YouTube video. It works with some of the other services too. Experiment and see. I'm not going to guarantee anything but YouTube. Okay. And if you'll notice this placeholder text here, there's actually nothing there. It's just a placeholder text. You see the embed and the video ID and the rel equals 0. Okay. You want to make sure you use embed if you want to see the video within the software. Okay, because when you're operating off a desktop, it causes all kind of issues. But really, it works out just as well to use that. So if you do the youtube.com embed video ID, and this $rel equals 0 means don't show any videos at the end, the recommended videos. Okay, your video width and height, whatever they got at YouTube, it'll fit to the page, but normally about what is it? I think 640 is a good one. 640 by 480. Experiment with it and see. And again, nothing but just regular text. Again, we covered this in the first video. I'm not going to cover it again about your colors for your overlays and such as, okay? You will notice here, though, that this can't be right because paragraph text, a footer background, black. We don't want that. We can make it a different color, okay? All right, now here we go with the timer. It's very simple and straightforward. You can choose the color of the timer. Depends on your background image and how you've got your colors done to what works best for you. The month is very straightforward. Day is just like any other date picker. The year. Now the hour, I want to cover this one because this is a 24-hour clock. Most of you are probably familiar with it. If you're not, Google it. It's like I call it military time. So that would be midnight. That's 1 in the morning, 6 in the morning. Then you move on up. Just for instance, that's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., 8 p.m., so on. Okay. And the minute. Basically working in 5-minute increments here. The countdown in URL. Okay. When we said real squeeze page timer, what happens is when it reaches the end of the countdown, it will forward to this URL automatically. Anybody reaching the page will no longer see the opt-in form or the timer. They are forwarded to this page, and that's forever. So, it's nice to have if you've got one set up. You don't have to worry about going and changing things. It's out there, and you don't want people just landing on it with a 0 counter. Most of them just leave, so it's automatically forwarded. You can change your days and text, your days, hours, whichever you'd like there. And your opt-in form code, that's just as normal. Whichever they provide to you, this is a script. Most of them will provide a script. And there's your text below, text right, and you'll see this in just a moment. I'll show you where this text appears at, okay? So, extra script, whichever, some people like to put tracking code in it. This is where you would put it if that's the case. We're going to update it, and there you go. Okay, so if you were to have a video, it would appear right here above this text. All right, and I'll show you here. And there's where the other text was while ago for the opt-in form. Header text, paragraph, and there's your opt-in form. Okay, and there's nothing to do here because all I'm doing is they're just share buttons. And they will not function within the software, but they do function once they're uploaded. Okay, that's really, briefly, let me hit on the QikSqueeze. Okay, go ahead and download this. I'll pause. Okay, saw no reason to make you sit through me downloading it. Okay, and what this is, I call it a fake because really it doesn't do anything. Once it reaches 0, that's just it. I mean, every time someone visits the page, it resets. Okay, some people like that, some people don't, and there are needs for it. So all it is once page is reloaded, the timer is reset. And it's basically the same. You'll notice there is a video here. That gives you a good idea what the video would look like. All right, and that covers this portion of the setup. We'll make another video for the download page builder next. In this video, we're going to cover the download page builder. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a start. And you'll notice we have to download the files here. They haven't been set up before. So I'm going to download and pause. Okay, so now we're downloaded, and we will get back to the main menu. I wanted to show you that because most of these, they will forward back to the actual area. This one, we had to make it a little bit different, but there we go. Okay, now this is your download page. I'm going to cover the basics first a little bit here on the front before we get up here and into the buttons. You'll notice the menu here, okay? What the menu is actually automatically created. And how it's created is by the headers here, okay? I do believe these are H2s, and I'll show you here in a minute in the software itself. I'll show you how to fix this too. So that is basically how the menu is created here at the top automatically. You do not have to do this. Whatever you type in here automatically appears here. Okay. All right. Edit page details. Now, a little bit different menu here, but it's very straightforward. Okay. This is kind of, I think we're going to move to this instead of the menu shown in the other ones. But it's basically name for the nav bar, and you can insert a tag here to discourage search engine indexing, since it is a download page, if you care about it. Some people don't. They don't mind if search engine finds them if they put advertisements on it, right? So keywords, you can put them if you want them. Description, you can put it if you want it. Next, extra content is your header and script area, header and footer script areas. People use it for tracking and such as, all right? So you use it or not, doesn't really matter. Okay, didn't save it, went ahead and just returned. All right, now, I tell you what, before we move on, probably should have covered it first. You'll notice over here to the right, edit API settings. This is a very important setting, okay? You'll notice that you've got an Amazon S3, and also here's a tutorial about getting your keys here if you don't know how. Most people do, but some people don't. This tutorial will show you how to obtain these keys and set everything up, your bucket and everything. So basically what this does is it allows you to upload images and your download files, as far as that goes, for your download page. All right. I'm not going to change anything right now. I'm going to leave it like it is. Upload care. Okay, you can click here and read about it. You can get the basic one is free, and it covers, right off the top of my head, I can't recall exactly how much bandwidth and storage you get, but it's pretty nice for the free level. We use the paid levels, and I love it. It's very easy to use, and of course you'll see here in a moment what it looks like. And next one is IMGUR. All right, many people, everyone knows about this one. They will host your images for free, but you need an API key. And also, I will note that according to their terms, you need a paid account if you're going to use it commercially. Enough said on that. You do what you feel is right. I'm going to cancel and return on that. So if we would have set it up, it'd be ready to go. I don't think there's any more to cover on that. It's pretty simple. All right, edit page content. And here we are on this. Now this may take just a few minutes. If you need to take a break, pause the video and do so, because this will take a few minutes to cover here. I'm not going to cover everything on the toolbar here. It's basically like any other editor. And we'll probably do some more videos on this section, as it is kind of in-depth. You can do a lot of things here. But for now, let's go ahead with this one. Your save button and your cancel button. If you cancel, you go back. If you save, you save. All right, for more advanced people, you can actually get into the source of the file here. I'm not going to cover that. If you know what it's for, then you know how to use it. Your paste buttons, spell checker, link, anchor. You got font awesome icons. We'll look at some here in a minute. What I want to cover right now is the Amazon S3. Okay, you'll notice now, if you do not have the correct information, which we don't, if you noticed, it cannot connect to an account. If you're not going to use it, don't worry about it. Okay? Your IMGR opens up, right off the bat, opens up and looking for a file, whether it has the right API key. But if you do not have the right API key, your image will not upload. Upload care. Same for it. If you don't have the right API key, it will not upload. But it's pretty nice. You got a lot of functions here. Get you a free account, enter it in, and play around with it. It's really neat on all the stuff that you can do with it. And your regular image, okay? You can actually upload an image directly here by using the upload. You can click URL and have an image that's already existing. Like some affiliates have images that they offer, and you can use their account to host them. The upload, of course, is just what it says. You choose a file and upload it. Okay, and when you actually zip the package up, the file will be inside it. I'm not going to cover that right anymore at the moment. Yes. Okay, and here, what we're going to do is have some pre-made content. So what this will do is wherever you place your cursor, this will insert a new pre-made content. The best thing to do is experiment with it. Load. Okay, what you can do is you can save a backup. And what this will do is save your page, and you can reload it later. So every time you do a download page, save a backup to your hard drive, and you can load it and edit it at any time. A lot of people use it like in a template. They got a favorite one they want, and they will save it and load it back in. All right, so editing is nothing more than just like with a regular text editor. All right. I shouldn't say text editor, excuse me. A normal, what do they call it? What you see is what you get, something like that. See, I don't even know what they're called. I just use them. I know that it's pretty easy. All right, and your images. Again, here's your image. You'll notice this one is actually a URL already existing online. And this one is also, this is one that we set up under Amazon S3. So there, that's how that looks if you're using S3. Your downloads, nothing more than adding a link to the download here. That's all that that is. Again, I'm not going to cover that image. That's basically an image that's uploaded within the software. Now here, let's see, this is a heading H2, and this is actually what makes your menu at the top of the page. So whatever you type in and you want to be added to the menu, you type it in, highlight it, and choose heading 2. I'd already had it chose, so it went back to normal. Heading 2, okay? And that's about it there, and you'll see that this got kind of flaked up here. Normally what I do to fix things like this is I will do a space, shift, enter. And when you save it, it should be forced down below this other image. We'll see here in just a minute. But you'll notice that this image is on the left. Let's see here. It's not showing that on there. Okay, oh, it does jump back to the top there. This one, don't know why it's not showing here, but it should be to the right. So what that does is align to the right of the paragraph. Align to the left, align to the right, align to the left, align to the right, if you're wondering how this is set up. And that's a good way to do it when people are going down through there. The images are not in a row. They actually have a little visual to go back and forth. Okay, here now, what we've got is Font Awesome. These are the icons. You just, if you're wanting to place one, you put your cursor and you choose the Font Awesome icon here. This one's already in place. You can select your colors, your sizes, flipping and rotating. That's normally, I would leave it normal. You experiment with it, whatever. Spinning, I would not choose that option. On lower end computers, it uses a lot of CPU. I'm not sure why. But I know that it does. I watched it myself. And so if you have 6 of these icons spinning, you'll notice that you can even try it yourself. Make a page with them spinning and look at your task manager and look at the CPU usage. I don't know why, but I would not use it. But it is there if you want to. Fixed width, I would leave as is. And you can put a border around it if you like. It's up to you. And that's what a border would look like. All right, really that's about it to cover here. I tell you what, I will go ahead and add a pre-made content just to show you. Okay, I'm at the end of that paragraph. I hit enter. Okay, if I wanted to insert pre-made content, there is a header paragraph with image, slide in, download area. So let's just go with header paragraph image. And there you go. See, it's already set up. You got your header there and some text and an image. So it's just to give you an idea, a little layout. Pretty easy to do yourself without using the pre-made, but it's there in case you want to use it. Okay, let's save this and go take a look. All right, you'll notice there's the paragraph that we added in. It appeared automatically, the pre-made content. And you'll notice that got fixed. I got it at the end of the line, and I did a space shift enter. There's your outline. And there's the last paragraph we added. That's really all there is to using it. The best thing to do is, of course, experiment. All right. Now we're going to cover the edit the footer content. Very simple. So let's go ahead here and edit some footer content. And you're using the same editor. So I'm not going to go through the whole using it again, the buttons, and of course your pre-made content. There's some different ones. Black styles tall, which is this one here. And you can match your theme, black simple, blue simple, red simple, so on. And again, those are nothing more than Font Awesome icons. And you'll notice it's picking up a white background there. I'm gonna have to look at that. They're there, but not showing. Okay, so now again, these are nothing more than icons. This is just text. These are just links. You put your text or your cursor down there, you can highlight it, and you can look at the link and change it here, okay? Simple enough. I'm not going to go through each one of those, but that is editing the footer. All right, now theme picker. What we're doing with the theme picker is it doesn't really change a whole lot on the page, but it does change up some text and colors. So, you can use it however you'd like. Choose them and update and take a look. You'll notice the theme got dark. You may like that. Some people do, some people don't. whichever way you like to go. So that's another feature if you want to have different things for your download page. Zip and download is just what it says. You package it and start the zip, and it downloads to your hard drive. You either upload it through your hosting account cPanel, which is kind of nice because you can upload the zip, and then zips transfer pretty fast instead of single files, and unzip it in the right folder using your cPanel hosting account file manager. Or you can use FTP program, whatever floats your boat. Okay, that's really about it on using the download page. I know there's going to be some more questions, and we'll make a few more little target videos for things that may come up. And that's about all we need to cover there. If you get bored, play a game of Space Invaders. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. In this video, I would like to cover using the Quick PDF Creator. Basically, the more than a simple PDF creator. And what I mean by simple is it's great for creating, like license files, README files, documentation, simple articles. It's not going to replace your full-featured PDF creator. It's not meant to and never will be. But if you need to make you a license file or a README file or some documentation, it's great for that. You can add your own images, just like in the other editors for the pages. And you can use your Amazon S3, ImageUR, or UploadCare. Okay, and again, the edit API settings, you're going to have to set those if you're wanting to use Amazon, UploadCare, or ImageUR. All right, if you do not set your own API keys, it's not going to work. Simple as that. You can use it with images that's already online. If you want to put them on your hosting account, that's fine. You don't have to set up the API keys. All right, and I'm not going to really cover a whole lot here on using this because it's just like any of the other editors. The images are used the same and such as. All right, so what I will cover is down at the bottom here, you have a load and a save. All right. This is a feature that allows you, once you create, you may have a say for instance a license file, and you want to use that template over and over, it's a great way to do that. So what you do is you would save. You can put a name here, and that's fine. It will should end with a TXT, a text extension, but you don't necessarily have to. You can save it just like it is, but give it a descriptive name so you can find it later. We'll go ahead and save it, and what we can do is load it back in. Here, well, what I'll do is this is what you call new page, clears all content. So you've got a blank slate, okay? If you did something, hit that button accidentally, you can always hit the back button and get your content back. That's easy enough to do. Now you can load a file. Let's just load one. Let's just load back in. Let's load this, which is basically the same thing. I just saved it earlier, and it places your content back in there. So that's a great way to create a template and use it over and over. You can experiment adding content in. I mean, you're not going to break it, but like I said, it's not meant to replace any type of advanced PDF creator. That's really about it on using the PDF creator. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the HTML page encryptor. All right. Basically, what this does is it takes an existing HTML page and turns it into a page that users must enter a password to view. Okay, this is not made for any type of banking, information security, or anything like that. Okay, this is just an add-on to help you protect your download page and such. That's all it is for. It is pretty secure. I will say that, but there are no guarantees that someone cannot crack it, bypass it whatsoever. There's just no way that I can make that guarantee. All right, go down and read the information below and the usage instructions. I'm not going to cover that. I'm going to just show you quickly how to use it. The first thing you want to do is set up your area on the left here, step one. Okay, the browser made a title, and it tells you basically if you hover over the information icon what that is. It goes in your the user's web browser as the meta title. Okay, and it tells you it's all self-explanatory. Header above login form header, text above password field, and you set these to whatever you would like. Okay, and you've got a lost pass text, and you know the URL, and there's a link that says need a pass. And what this is doing is it's forcing people to opt into your autoresponder list. And of course the lost, you would just send them a autoresponder sequence telling them here is how to sign up for this, which would be your squeeze page. Okay, that's all there is to it. And excuse me, that should be, let me back up there. The lost pass, you can send them to the squeeze page, or if you want to program an autoresponder sequence with a password in it, that's fine too. Okay, the need pass is definitely something you send to your squeeze page. They fill out the form and you send them a password to access. Okay, once you do that, make sure you update it like so. Okay, it's updated now with that information. What you'll do now is, let's just say that you've used one of your squeeze pages, the download page you created for it, I should say. And then we will go right here and we will do choose. And this is like one of the download pages that I created earlier, okay? And I think in this example video in this sequence. So we'll choose the HTML file. It's there. Enter a password. In this case, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you got to repeat it. And all there is encrypt the HTML file. And it saves with a HTML-protected. Do not overwrite your normal HTML file if you'd like to keep a copy of it, because there's no way to recover if you do. So we'll do the HTML, with the index-protected HTML. I'm sorry if I'm stumbling along in the video here. I actually working outside on the back area here while have some workers working inside. So I'm kind of distracted by looking around at the outside world. All right, so we're going to save it. And now let's go ahead and take a look at it. And let's see here. We will look at the actual, just a raw view of it, and so you can see what's going on. All right. Part of it is in the clear. I mean, the styling and such as, and the actual password area. But this is what the content looks like here. There you go. We have encrypted it, and it is very hard to break. I've attempted to a few times myself, and I've never been able to, but I'm not one of those full-time hackers. Again, it's not made for banking data or anything like that, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's made to help protect your download page. All right, so that's what it looks like in the raw view. Let's take a look in the browser. Let me find it here. Got the wrong one. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, now this is what it looks like when people arrive at the page. They're going to see exactly what you're seeing here. And this is the text that you could change. And lost password, need access password. So we entered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. So enter that. I'm going to submit, success, and there you go. That's the page, that download page that we created earlier. So there you go. And all that does is protect your download page. If someone reloads it, it's going to go right back to it. And there you go. There's not any more to using the HTML encryptor. All right. Sorry for the stumbling in the video, but it's real nice outside today, and I'm just looking around. Thanks for watching.